Birmingham, Alabama is stepping up to the plate with their own proposed Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. The city has already voted to allocate $400,000 for design work for the building and more than $4 million worth of Negro League artifacts. The museum would focus primarily on Birmingham's history in the league, but may also include more aspects about the league in general. Now, this has alarmed Kansas City officials. Is there really room for more than one Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Mary?
I don't think there will be two Negro Leagues museums. Not at the national level, not at what we have. Kansas City already is somewhat on third base on this, and that we're already up and running. Definitely, you know, finances have long been a problem for the Negro Leagues Museum here. So there is that huge fear, and it's very valid that some of the money that might come in from outside sources, national, might be sucked up by this new facility. But that said, I mean, we already have so much going on here. I think there's room for both, as long as they don't try and pitch each other as these competitive
Now, this was
entities.
a front page story in the Kansas City Star this week, so you're not feeling threatened that Birmingham, Alabama will also open up a Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Stacey?
I would be. I don't think this museum's on third base. They may have been on second. They got thrown out going to third, and the reason is marketing. This museum isn't well marketed. The exhibits don't curate well, meaning that they don't bring in new exhibits often enough. It's not an interactive museum as the Alabama one promises to be. Plus, it's more of a destination if you're going to a minor league ballpark to see a game and to have the museum attached to it. I would be very concerned if I was down at 18th and Vine and seeing one of the market tenants, one of the prime tenants, which is the baseball museum, the Negro Leagues Museum, seeing this competing exhibit down there. I think there's great reason to be concerned. And what we'd better do here, and it's been written about before, and we even did a piece on it last year, and others have as well. Poor marketing, poor management of that museum in terms of its marketing efforts.
So you think they should be considered, Jack?
Yeah, here I had breakfast yesterday with my friends at the Steamboat Arabia Museum, and the subject came up, and they pointed out that they dug up their boat, put it together, opened up the museum for less than they spent at 18th and Vine on cost overruns, let alone the whole museum. And since that time, the reason it's mismanaged and the reason it's mismarketed is because it's been political football since it first entered and you know, was kicked onto the scene here, and it will never succeed given the kind of management and overstructure it has right now.
Dave?
I think the original sin of both the Negro Leagues Museum and the Jazz Museum is that they spent a lot of money to build the structures but didn't really set up a good endowment to obtain artifacts, to change the exhibits as Stacey suggests. And one of the reasons the Birmingham project is moving forward is there's an artifact collector in Texas who has a very extensive Negro Leagues collection, and he wasn't satisfied with what they do in Kansas City, and so encouraged this other facility where he may put some of those artifacts. You know, I've said for a long time, Nick, that I think what Kansas City could really use is a museum authority with some overarching ability to manage the Negro Leagues Museum, the Jazz Museum, the World War I Museum, every public museum out there, the Kansas City Museum, Union Station, provide a regular revenue flow so that they could acquire artifacts and keep things going.